It has one of the toughest and longest lockdowns in the world. But the ultra-strict quarantine measures have left more than 5 million Filipinos hungry.
Sobrang sakit po. Siyempre po, parang nakakaya rin yun, yung nagpupulit ng gulay. Siyempre, mas unahin mo makakain ka kaysa mayayaya ka pa.
More than 10 million people have lost their jobs and their livelihoods destroyed.
Ako din mismo kahit nagtatanong ako, 5 buwan na, bakit wala pa rin ba kumbaga, tawag doon? Wala pa rin linaw na sagot diyan sa epidemyang yan.
Why did the pandemic hit the poorest of the poor so hard? As the Philippine economy is crashing into its worst recession in decades, how can the country's poor pull themselves out of the crushing poverty?
Minsan naiyak ako dyan, kung lang mag-isa. Kasi naisipan ko nga magbigya ako, yun kaya.
Manila, the capital city of the Philippines, a business hub plagued by economic disparity. As the city progresses, 35% of its population, or more than 4 million, still reside in slums. They are laborers who have to contend with meager incomes of less than $2.
All right, so it's already 9 o'clock. We will be starting the event. Good morning, everybody.
Good morning,
Hi.
everybody.
Hi, Gino.
Good morning, good morning.
So we will be starting in 10 minutes. I'm Arthur Tolentino, and you can call me as Art. I'll be your host for today, and so as Gino. Would you like to introduce yourself, Gino?
Hi, yes. Good morning to everyone.
Yeah,
Yes, my name is Gino. I'm with Art, and we will be your MCs for today's webinar. Prepared by, of course, your truly ES Entrepreneurship Course here, Section 5. It is our pleasure to welcome you all here this morning. Yes, Art.
Yeah, so again, we will be starting in a few minutes, around 10 minutes from now, we'll be starting the event. So just chillax. So get your coffee because it will be a great day today. It's a great day to learn.
Indeed. Since we are eager to learn, we are starting our important reminders right now. Go, Art.
Yeah, Gino, go ahead.
Yes, just to send some important reminders. First, for interrupted viewing experience, make sure to have stable internet connections. Second, feel free to use your laptop, tablet, or mobile phone to watch the webinar. And third one is for better appreciation, turn up the volume or use your headphones. So next, we'll proceeding with our house rules. So we are flashing on your screen our webinar house rules. So please take notes of those house rules to have a very enjoyable webinar for today.
So just a few more reminders, everybody. So we recommend that since this will be recorded, that you come to the webinar in a comfortable, decent clothes. Also, you need to be on mute all the time until the time that you're allowed to ask questions and be engaged with our speakers. Third, there will be a program flow. So we highly recommend that you follow it, and we, as early as now, we appreciate your cooperation. And at the end of each speaker, there will be a 10-minute question and answer portion after all the presentation. So if you have questions, just hold your horses. There will be a perfect time for that. It will be answered accordingly. So just relax and wait for your turn. And last but not the least, there will be e-certificates that will be given. So that will reassure you that you've attended, or that will prove that you've attended this seminar. All right. So any questions so far? Ayon. Are you all
Thanks,
excited?
Art. Yes, Art, we are all excited.
How about the others? Parang wala ko nadadama.
We're excited, Art.
Thank you.
Gino,
Sino
are you
yun?
excited?
And just to let you know, we advise or we highly recommend that you complete the entire webinar kasi we have lots of surprises in store for you. So
Yes,
if you
yes.
think that e-certificates will just be given or kung yun lang yung makukuha nyo, you're totally wrong because we have lots of surprises in store for you.
Sure.
Are you excited for that? Ayan, parang dead na sila.
Yes.
Yes.
So we understand because it's so early in the morning and you can see us. We're all at home. Yeah. So Gino,
We would like to thank you all for joining us today and spend some time with us today. But I assure you that this webinar will be a great help for us as we go along, and this is really valuable.
I think you're cutting in and out.
How about this one?
Yeah, that's better.
Yeah, I'm holding my microphone. So I think, Card, today is all about uncovering creating opportunities in times of uncertainty, right? So I
Yes,
think this
that's right.
is really important nowadays. What do you think?
Yeah, I'm curious, Gino. What do you think about it? Why are we having this kind of seminar or this kind of talk? Can you tell us more about it?
I think it's more on how we can sort of
Yes, Gino. Sorry, I think Gino is having some technical difficulties right now.
how about so
All right. So I'll take it from here as of the moment. All right. Should we start? Or are we waiting for something pa? All right. So just to let everybody know, can you hear me? Can everybody hear me? Is it okay?
Yes.
All right. Okay, so we're excited for today. So this is our first part of our 3-part webinar. So this will be presented by BS Entrepreneurship 4-5. So thank you everybody from section 5. So we have guests for today. We have Professor Beth Dizon. We also have some guests, some members of the faculty, and of course our 2 speakers for today. So and the other sections as well, sections 7, and what's the other section, guys?
Section 6 and 7, I believe.
Section 6 and 7. Wow, exciting, and daming participants. All right. So as what I'm saying, this is about creating opportunities in times of uncertainty. So it's pandemic right now. It's a different kind of it's all right. So as I was saying, it's pandemic. So it's a different kind of environment. So it's a crisis, as we can say, and there are so many challenges. And if you've noticed, for the past year, there are a lot of businesses that have been closed, and there are also businesses that have arisen, or madaming nabuksan na businesses, right? So I'm pretty sure you're curious on how you can make your businesses thrive and survive this in this kind of situation. Sabi nga may crisis, 'di ba? So um maybe in this sa seminar natin ngayon or sa webinar natin ngayon, we'll be able to get a lot of insights from our speakers kung paano natin mapapagtagumpayan tong crisis na to. Especially, we are entrepreneur students and we're looking forward to open up our own businesses. Right? Tama ba, Gino?
yes, I agree with you, Art.
So what can you say about that? Gino, you have your own business. You have the digital marketing business. How do you think you can survive as a business?
Yes, actually, we look for opportunities.
Mm-hmm.
Can you hear me well right now?
Yeah, I can hear you clearly.
So we always looking for opportunities where we can improve our services at the same time. Hindi lang siya about how can we get more customers, but rather it's more on how can we develop and innovate our products. How can we reach more uh, clients that we can serve. So right now, yun nga, sinasabi mo na it's about being you know you do things that will make your business um adapt to the situation right now. So
Oo nga. That's
yun
true.
as entrepreneur, it's really important yung mga ganitong webinar na
Mhm.
nakakatulong sa atin as a entrepreneur student.
And actually, I'm pretty sure you will agree with me that we're very curious on kung ano ba yung mga advices na mabibigay ng ating mga guest speakers.
Totoo.
And just to let you know, both of them represent the young blood of entrepreneurs. So they are both very successful in the businesses that they have. That's why we invited them, and we're looking forward to the pieces of advice that we can get from them. Syempre, ang pinaka-importante right now, yung concept medyo alam na natin yan eh, right?
Yes.
Pero yung specific, yung mga ins and outs or yung mga secrets of the trade, yun yung mga gusto nating malaman coming from
Totoo.
these entrepreneurs kasi ayun
Yes.
yung mga napagdaanan na nila. Am I right,
Yeah.
Gino?
And at the same time kasi, di ba, I mean, the experiences that we have in life, those are the great teachers that we have.
Mm.
So based from experiences, they learn from it, they share it, and that's what we got here. I mean,
Mm.
doon tayo matututo doon sa mga pieces of advice na sinasabi mo nga na na-experience na nila along the way of having them in the side of being an entrepreneur.
I totally agree with you. So let's start the program. Of course, this will not happen
Yes.
without the effort of our team, of BS Entrepreneurship fourth year section 5. So we would like to thank, of course, our president, Raquel Alidon, and the person who has spearheaded the event, namely Christia Luna, a few more people like Leonida, and a lot more within the group na talaga namang nagpaka-effort
Yes, the
today for this to
powerhouse.
happen. Right? And Kuya Cesar, thank you for being the tech manager. And all right, so to officially start the program, our opening prayer will be led by Miss Mary Shell Trinchera. So go ahead, please.
Morning, everybody. Let's pray. Thank you, Father. Good morning, Father. Good morning, Jesus. Good morning, Holy Spirit. Thank you, Lord, for this wonderful day you've made. Thank you, Lord God, for your protection, Panginoon, na nakahanda po sa amin sa maghapon. Salamat po sa buhay ng mga participants ngayong araw na ito sa gagawin po naming webinar. Let your wisdom and understanding, Panginoon, flow upon us, and let this webinar, Panginoon, ay makatulong po sa amin sa mga particular na gagawin po namin sa businesses. Hallelujah. Thank you, Lord God. Hallelujah sa buhay po ni Ma'am Jennistine Villaran, ni Sir Justine Fanoga, and even our Professor Rosemariebeth Dizon. And bless, hallelujah, Lord God, ang bawat participants na nandito po, Panginoon, magkaroon po ng interest na matuto po, O Diyos. Hallelujah. Salamat po, Ama. Patuloy na kung saan. Let there be excitement. Let there be joy in listening sa mga speakers, sa kanilang mga sasabihin. Thank you, Lord God. Even sa buhay po ng MC namin, ni Sir Arthur Tolentino and Sir Regino. Thank you, Lord. We give you back all the glory and honor. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen.
All right. Okay, so thank you for that heartfelt prayer. And now let's proceed with the national anthem. So go ahead, please.
Mga kababayan, ang pambansang awit ng Pilipinas.
All right, thank you. So to officially open our event, so to officially kickstart our event, may I call on the president of 4-5, Miss Raquel Alidon, for her opening remarks. Hi, Ate Raquel. Go ahead, please.
A blessed morning, everyone. Professor and Dr. Rosemariebeth Dizon, BS Entrep Section 4-6 and Section 4-7 with President Samuel Santiago, President Rachel Luis, and all our faculty guests and guest speakers for today. Welcome. My name is Raquel Alidon, and it's my pleasure on behalf of BS Entrep 4-5 students to welcome you on today's session. We are full of gratitude to have you here and participate on this kind of event of activity. Thank you for joining this call. We all know that pandemic has given us several challenges on work, studies, and surviving day-to-day living. Our class have seen this with our fellow men, our community. Kitang-kita naman natin lahat yun. Despite struggles due to the pandemic, we Filipinos remain resilient. This resiliency have built strong mind, power, and creativity to overcome challenges amidst COVID-19. COVID-19 pandemic. We have named this talk as Creating Opportunities in Times of Uncertainty. The goal of this session is to enlighten most of the small entrepreneurs and aspiring ones to think outside the box, identify the problem, and give solution to the problems by means of business. We are honored to have Ms. Jennistine Villaran and Mr. Justine Fanoga with us today, just to become the embodiment of successful entrepreneurs and business advisors. Hindi ko na po papahabain pa. Let's ready our learning boxes as we become motivated, inspired, and empowered. Before I bring back this to Mr. Arthur Tolentino and Gino Valle, our hosts for today, I want to say once more, welcome. Thank you.
Wow, what a very warm welcome, Miss President.
Yeah.
Very
Thank you, Pres.
presidential naman talaga ang ating
Totoo.
president for today. Very honorable.
Wow.
All right, so you can't wait to hear from our very respected speakers for today. So I would like to, it's my honor to introduce to you our very first speaker.
Art, before that, we would just like to remind everyone that,
Mhm.
once again, for any question, feel free to type in the chat box later after each presentation of our speakers, okay? So everyone will be guided. So go ahead, Art. Thanks.
All right, so thank you for that, Gino. So now let's put our hands together and let's all welcome. Actually, just to let you know, we're not sure if she will allow us or kung pagbibigyan niya ba tayo dito sa webinar na to, and we're very lucky to have her. She's the owner of Maceta Manila and Plantas de Maceta. She's an entrepreneur, influencer, an artist. She's very accomplished at a very young age, and she also is a volunteer in several charitable works and is very active in community service, especially in Pasig. So for today, let's give a very warm welcome to Miss Jennistine Villaran. So hi, Jennistine.
Hello, Jennistine.
Hi, can you hear me?
Yeah, hi, we can hear
Yes.
you.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning, Miss Jennistine. How are you today?
I'm fine. It's not usual for me to be up in the morning, but you know.
Thank you so much for your time.
Hi, Jen.
Hi.
Yeah, by the way, you're so pretty.
Thank you.
Yeah, you can start now. Thank you.
Okay, so good morning, everyone. I would like to introduce myself. You can call me Jen. Um, I've been an entrepreneur for, well, I've been handling my the family business for I think over a decade na. And then from there, na branch out ako sa sarili kong ang family business namin talaga is apartments. So property rentals, ganyan. So nag-branch out ako ng sarili kong commercial spaces, ganun. So this is passive income talaga. So from there, nagkaroon ako ng time na to explore other ventures, nag-open up ng ibang businesses, ganyan. Hello, good morning. Tapos, ayun na nga, nagka-pandemic. So, which brings us to today's topic na how are we going to adapt to this new normal ika nga. So, I think meron akong may presentation ako, Arthur. Anyway. Ayan.
Ayan,
Okay.
so it's there na.
Yes. So, ayun. Ang nangyari niyan, since more on passive income nga siya, ganun. Kahit na sabihin mong negosyante ka, affected ka pa rin nung pandemic kasi kahit na sabihin mong apartments naman yan, ganyan, nakatira pa rin naman sila dyan. Siyempre, yung capacity to pay ng tenants is affected. So, ayaw naman natin silang i-pressure na, kasi tinatry nga natin magtulungan at this time. So, nag-isip ako ng other sources of income na. Since, for one, hindi tayo lumalabas. So, what are the things that we can do within the comfort of our home? So, eto na. Next slide, please. Ayan. So, our discussion points. I will be telling you the difficulties of an entrepreneur during a pandemic, how to crisis-proof your business, and to maximize your profit during a crisis, and when to cut your losses. Next, please. Again, resilience or hardiness is the ability to adapt to new circumstances when life presents the unpredictable. So, yung resilience hindi yan bago sa atin kasi Filipinos are known for being very resilient. Nakakapag-adapt tayo, madali tayong mag-adjust sa mga bagay-bagay. Pero ito nga, wala naman sa ating nag-expect na, wala sa ating naka-foresee nitong pandemic. Kasi I never imagined, hindi ko nga alam ano ba yung pandemic, di ba? So, usually epidemic lang, ganyan. So, very local siya, but this is on a global scale. It's a very big thing. That's everybody is affected. So, us as small business owners, paano tayo mag-a-adjust dun sa bago nating normal? Next slide, please. Okay. So yung challenges na-face natin during crisis, loss of profit, kasi maraming nawalan ng work or maraming businesses na nag-shutdown. Actually, meron ako mga tenants na hindi sila makapag-operate kasi hindi sila essential during this time. So they were not allowed to operate. So pag stop business, stop din ang income ko kasi ako hindi ko naman sila pwedeng singilin dahil kawawa naman sila, wala namang pumapasok na income sa kanila. So, paano tayo mag-adjust din sa loss of profit na gano'n? Tapos yung limitations in doing business, well, as I've said, not all businesses are allowed to operate during this time. Tapos, keeping old customers and looking for new ones. So, ano yung mga pwede nating gawin? Paano tayo mag-adjust dito sa sa situation. And then, yun nga, may increase in overhead because some businesses are only allowed to operate at a half capacity. Pero yung overhead mo, ganun pa rin naman. You still pay for the same utilities. You pay for your rent and everything like that. And also keeping your employees' morale. Kasi nga, well, at the start of this time, lahat tayo, hindi natin, medyo ngayon kasi medyo nakakapag-adjust na tayo, ganyan. Pero, what if this is, let's go back to how we felt nung start nung pandemic. So, next slide, please. Okay. Is your business crisis-proof? Paano ba natin masasabi na crisis-proof yung business? For example, meron kang retail business, meron kang shop, let's say boutique. So, ngayon, hindi siya, let's say, nagsarado yung shop niyo because of the pandemic. Kailangan ba magsarado na rin yung business? Just because you're not operating on a physical store does not mean na kailangan i-stop mo na yung business mo. So, evaluate mo, is it still profitable kung i-continue mo? Is it going to be, how are you going to adjust to this new setup, kumbaga? So, we embrace adaptability, we improvise, have a contingency plan. Contingency plan, it's actually dapat yung business continuity plan mo kasi start pa lang ng business, alam mo na yan. It's very important. Hindi pwedeng negosyo lang agad, open ka lang, ganyan. You have to know what you're going to do in the event of a, for example, force majeure. Hindi naman natin alam yung mga acts of God. Or, for example, changes dun sa business setup like kagaya nung nangyayari ngayon. So, dapat, every time you start a business, meron ka na agad backup plan, kumbaga. So, example neto, for adaptability, let's go back to the boutique that you have. Pwede kang mag-sell online, pwede kang go back to old school selling na contact your friends, contact your old customers, tapos advertise online. You have to utilize kung ano yung meron tayo ngayon. So, a very good example of that is the internet, social media. Maraming naging online businesses today kasi sorry, I thought it was a question. So, where was I? Online businesses. So, pwede nating i-utilize yung resource na ganun since hindi nga tayo makapag-operate on a physical level. Tapos pwede rin tayong mag-outsource, pwede tayong magpabenta sa ibang tao, marami tayong pwedeng gawin. You have to think of a way to continue your business given the new challenge that you're facing right now. So, yun. Your business has to be crisis-proof nga. Always have a backup plan. Huwag tayong kasi a lot of people think na starting a business is, just selling something, business na agad. Well, that's true. Technically, selling is a business, but you have to uh, think ahead. Hindi pwedeng nakafocus lang tayo sa nakafocus lang tayo sa present. Dapat meron tayong future plans, meron tayong continuity, and also, hindi lang naman kasi siya yung in an event of a crisis. Paano kung nag-boom yung business mo? What are you going to do? So, dapat meron tayong ganyan, branching out, and yan, mga future plans natin for the current business that we're planning or that we have right now. Next slide, please. How to maximize your profit. Ayan. So, when we say cutting down on cost, since bumaba ang income natin, kailangan mag-adjust din yung overhead. Since nag-close yung shop mo, ang nangyayari nga, di ba, magkaroon siya ng maraming mga layoffs, yung mga nawala ng work, or nagsarado yung shop. So how are we going to cut down on costs without sacrificing our operations? So, maraming ways dyan. Pwede tayong, magpalit tayo ng platform. We can go purely online, or pwede tayong magbawas ng staff if we really have to. Tapos, beef up our marketing. Libre naman ang social media, di ba? So, pwede kang mag-advertise online. May ways para mag-advertise ng free. Hindi kailangan paid lahat. Tapos, go digital and online and try other business ventures. Kung, for example, hindi talaga pwede, let's say yung yung shop mo, hindi talaga siya viable for now. Pwede kang mag-isip ng other ways to sell na related dun sa current business mo. For example, dun sa mga food, di ba? Since hindi sila allowed mag-dine in, they branch out to deliveries only, or they sell even yung uncooked or yung frozen versions of the food that they already sell. So dun pa lang, that's already another way. That's practically a different product na. So mag-iisip ka ng ways talaga to still get your inventory moving without to keep the business going. Again, next slide, please. When to cut your losses. Yung business ko, as much as possible, syempre gusto nating i-continue, ganyan na syempre pinaghirapan natin yan. Ang problem lang talaga ngayon is you have to know then when to cut. Hindi tayo pwedeng sugal na sugal, push tayo ng push. Kasi hanggang kailan natin kaya i-sustain yung business. Kapag bagong start ka ng business, pagka bagong open ka, for example, tindahan, ang nag-advise sa akin dati, meron kasi akong business mentor, yung lola ko actually. Ang sinabi niya sa akin, you have to be able to operate. You have to be willing to operate without income for at least 6 months. At least not necessarily saying na palugi ka. I'm just saying na minimal to zero profit ka. Para nag-break even ka lang muna. Because tapos kapag natapos mo daw yun, once you get it rolling, saka naman napapasok talaga yung income mo. And then mapapansin mo din na nagbabalance na yung expenses mo with your profit. So, for example, hindi kaya. Like, bumaba yung sales mo. Tapos wala kang profit pang dagdag ng capital. You have to know when to stop. Kasi yung pinapasok mo na capital dyan and energy, you could be putting to something else. Pwede ka magpalit ng business. Pwede ka mag-open ng iba na lang. Something na you think would sell. For example, nung nag-start yung pandemic, di ba nauso yung plantita, ganyan, nauso yung plants. So, nag-open up ako ng Maceta. Maceta Manila is actually painted pots, hand-painted siya. Tapos, kasi there is a need for it, merong demand. dapat very sensitive tayo sa sa market trends. For example, nakita mo ay uso to ngayon na. Is it something that I could do? Is it something na pwede ko bang ibenta yan? Ganyan. And since uso siya, nag-go siya. Sunod-sunod yung orders namin, ganyan. And this is just something that it's not something that I do kasi di ba nga property rentals talaga yung ko. So this is branching out. It's finding this is a totally different venture. Hindi siya related dun sa businesses ko talaga. Pero it worked kasi nga merong market for it. So you have to know your market. Hindi pwedeng kung ano lang naisip mo, bibenta mo, ganyan. You have to know your market. Also, kung pwede ka rin mag-target ng specific na market, mamili ka. For example, gusto mo talaga, gusto magbenta ng cosmetics, targetin mo ba yung mga lalaki? Siyempre yung mga girls. So, since if you know a target market, dito ka lang magpo-focus, huwag mong i-push sa lahat ng yan kasi sayang yung resources mo, sayang yung energy, ganyan. So, again, that's be sensitive to market trends, know your market. Tapos, for example, wala kang means, hindi mo kaya, wala kang, let's say, employee ka, tapos nawalan ka ng work. So very minimal lang yung savings mo, ganyan. Marami ka pang ibang pwedeng sources of income, hindi lang products, hindi kailangan may capital lahat. Pwedeng services, pwede kang, you can sell your services, for example, editing. Uso yan ngayon since maraming online ngayon. Video editing, kung marunong ka. If not, meron naman mga courses online, pwede mo pag-aralan lahat. So, you never really, you won't run out of ideas. You just have to be open to it. Ayun. Okay, so yun yung when to cut your losses. Huwag tayong mag-focus lang sa isang bagay kasi if hindi talaga pwede, if it's a sinking ship, you have to bail. Hindi pwedeng ibuhos mo lahat ng energy and resources mo dyan kasi masasayang lang din. And next slide, please. Okay, so that's it. So that was it. Very lang naman siya. Do we have? I'm open for questions. Do we have any?
Yes. So that's it. So thank you, Jennistine. We have some questions that we received.
Okay.
Let me just read one. All right. So one of the questions that we have is that now that it's pandemic, syempre, can we lower down the volume, please? All right. Okay. So ako personally, let's say that I want to put up a business.
Yes.
And since pandemic nga siya, it's very risky, 'di ba? So takot tayo mag-open up a business. What if I don't have enough capital? What can I do?
Okay. So, ayun nga, kaya nung sinabi ko kanina, it doesn't always have to involve a big capital. Pwedeng services, actually pwede, meron bang, di ba nauso nga yung mga reseller? Ang dami ko nagiging na-increase sa ganyan, as doon sa maseta ko. Usually, kung wala ka talagang capital, pwede ka na mag-resell for someone else. It's technically a service. Service mo, yung selling services mo, but also, din siya, product din. So parang kumikita ka din from that. Pwede mong patungan or anything like that. Aside from the service na sinesell mo dun sa another business owner. Ganun. So, hindi talaga problem yung capital dito. Ang kailangan dito is maging resourceful tayo kung ano ba yung maging open tayo sa lahat ng pwede natin pagkakatabi because you actually don't lose. There is always an opportunity to sell. Hindi siya problema. You just have to be, sensitive. You have to be open to it. Na I mean, maging aware tayo dun sa ano ba yung mga pwede nating pagkakitaan. Hindi lahat kailangan ng malaking capital. Pwede tayong mag-start with something na hiniram lang. Pwede tayong mag-start with something na pinag-aralan natin, nabasa lang natin online, tapos pinag-aralan mo. Usually, mga digital services, maraming ganun. So, ano yun? We don't have to, dry up our savings para lang just for the idea of having a business. Kasi, maging realistic din tayo kapag ganyan. Lalo na ngayon na medyo tight yung natin, yung resources. Ayun.
Ayan. So, parang we should not put everything in just one basket, no? Diversify.
Yes.
Ayan. And ang ganda-ganda ng sinabi mo, Miss Jen, yung there's always an opportunity to sell.
Yes.
Paano mo nasabi yun? Why should we always think of that?
Kasi from a negosyante's point of view, kailangan lagi mo napapansin yung mga bagay na, alam ko to, pwede ko bang pagkakitaan to? Ano ba yung mga, for example, yung mga trends ngayon, alam naman natin lahat, yung mga budol trends online. Ano ba dun yung pwede nating pagkakitaan? Hindi ka mawawalan talaga ng ideas. Basta kailangan, aware ka dun sa trends nga, aware ka sa market trends, aware ka dun sa target market na available sa'yo. Hindi, wag naman tayo mag-overreach kung wala kang alam dun sa isang bagay. Mahirap din pumasok sa ganyan. So, for example, kagaya nung sa plants, ano yun? Ako kasi, may plants talaga ako. May plant nga ako dyan sa likod. Nagpa-plants talaga ako. Tapos nung na-involve ako dun nung nauso yung plantita trend na yan, nag-involved ako dun sa mga discussions about it. Tapos doon ko nakita yung need for the paso. Ang daming plants, walang paso. Tapos ang nagmahal siya kasi since nagkaroon ng production, nag-halt yung production niya. Nagmahal, tumaas yung niya. Buti na lang, bago pa tumaas ng gano'n, nakakuha na ako ng stock. So nakapag-secure ako ng items. Kasi nga, napansin ko na agad yung napansin ko na yung trend for it, the need for it, before pa tumaas yung value niya. So doon, yung business na agad siya tapos ongoing na yung when I got the business rolling, alabi ko inquiries sa plants. Wala ba kayong plants din? Ganyan. Kasi I post pictures ng plants ko eh. So naghanap din tayo ng source for that. Actually, yung plants ko, nililipad ko pa talaga siya, galing siya sa southern part ng Pilipinas. So, gano'n. Basta meron kang resourceful ka, hanapin mo kung ano yung demand at gusto ng mga tao ngayon, ano yung nila hinahanap. Tapos, ang maganda niyan kasi, pag sensitive ka sa ganyan, nauunahan mo sila. Bago pa tumaas yung trend for that, meron ka na agad, naka-ready ka na. So, isa yun sa advantage ng pagiging natin eh. Having an eye for demand, having an eye for market trends, gano'n. So yun, kung kaya mo, before pa mag-peak yung trend for something, meron ka na agad. So kasi usually yung mga nauuna, yun yung mga sila yung mga pioneers, sila talaga yung nag-excel din sa sa mga line of businesses nila. Ganyan.
So if you see the need for it, grab mo na agad. Huwag ka nang magdalawang isip to para i-business yon, ganon, no?
Yes.
All right.
Yes.
And we have a very good question also from Norieta. Her question is, paano po kayo nag-cope up during pandemic? I think this was answered earlier, no? When you talked about, can you elaborate on that? Ano yung mga naging business strategies mo?
Okay. Nung nagkaroon ng pagbaba ng pasok ng income ko from my main business. ano siya, ang pinaka ma-advise ko dyan is learn to adapt. Ano tayo, mag-improvise tayo, be resourceful. Ano pa ba yung pwede nating gawin? What can I do about it? Hindi pwedeng, ay, wala akong income. Yun na, ito na yung buhay ko, ito na lang ako. Ganon. Hindi pwedeng ganon. Kailangan, you have to think of, keep thinking. Don't, how can I say this? Wag mong ano kung nasan ka lang. I mean, don't stay where you are. You have to, sometimes step out of your comfort zone to find something else na mga bago nating business ventures. For example nga, kagaya niyan. Hindi ko naman talaga siya line of business, pero napapag-aralan naman lahat ng bagay. So, ano yan, tawag mo dito, learn to adapt, tapos utilize your resources. Hindi porke bagong business, bagong gastos siya, hindi. Pwedeng kung ano na yung existing na meron ka, ano yung gamit mo, meron ka ng ganitong gamit. Marami tayong pwedeng bagong pagkakitaan doon sa kung anong meron na tayo ngayon.
Yeah, sorry, I was on mute. Thank you for that very valuable advice. So we have to look for opportunities talaga, no? They still have some questions here.
I think Art, we are going
Yeah,
to
go ahead,
our
G.
last question. We have last question for Miss Jennistine.
Yes.
I think this one from Edward Pangan. The question is it really advisable to stick to market trends to start up a business? Will it be sustainable given that it is respectable to competitors?
Yes. Since yes, I get yung point na marami kang magiging kakompetensya. Pero lahat naman ng businesses ganyan. Lagi tayo may kaparehas. Hindi naman tayo palaging pioneer. Ang maganda lang dyan is since you already have a demand for it, so sure na may buyers ka. Now, you have to think of what you can do to separate you from your competitors. Anong different sa'yo? So think of something na ikaw lang ang meron. For example, yung ginawa namin na hand-painted. Kasi ako, nagpipaint ako. So, as in, art na paint ha, hindi yung bahay. So, ang ginawa namin is, we offered personalized hand-painted na pots. So, this is something that others don't offer. And we offer, we customize our colors. Mag-send ka lang sa akin ng color, gagayahin ko yan. Tapos, this is something na, kasi usually, they only sell yung parang pare-parehas lang or may set of colors lang, doon ka lang mamimili. So kami, we offered customization of colors. For example, gusto mo kapares ng kulay ng bahay mo, go. Ano natin yan. So this separated us from the rest of our competitors kasi konti lang yung nag-offer ng customized. Let's say may iba rin nag-offer ng customized colors. Nag-offer ba sila ng hand-painted? Hindi. So yun naman yung nagsiseparate sa amin from the rest of from them. Ganun. So you always have to keep thinking of ways to make your business stand out. Kapag ganitong setting tayo na marami tayong kasabayan dahil nga uso siya, dahil maraming nagsistart. Siyempre, hindi lang naman ikaw yung laging may idea, palagi kami kaparehas. So, yun. Yung competition, hindi yan nawawala sa business, hindi siya nawawala. Ang ano lang talaga natin is we have to stand out from our competitors. Ayun.
Thank you, Miss Jen. Actually, there are a lot of questions coming in, pero unfortunately, we have time lang for the questions on the open forum. But those ideas and thoughts of you, it's really helpful to us. One thing is for sure, the entrepreneurship students that are listening right now, make use of those ideas. It is really important. So, Art?
Yeah, ako, I can't let you go away without me asking you this. Kasi, what I've noticed is that parang lahat tayo, we're so afraid to go out. Of course, we want to be safe at home, ganyan,
Yes.
ganyan.
Right.
Do you think after, kasi I'm not seeing any time in the future na mag-stop yung pandemic, or
Mm-mm.
do you think pag nag-recede ba yung pandemic, yung new normal ba, or pag nagka-vaccine na ba, yung new normal will still be the same? What are your thoughts on that?
Mm,
Hindi ako
ako,
nakatingin sa camera, sorry.
personally, ang tingin ko kasi, not the disease not virus, but yung new normal natin. This is something that's going to stick at least for a while. So, like yung pagsasot ng mask, yung mga security protocols natin, this is going to stick for a while. So, at least kung start tayo ng business, mag-adapt na agad tayo. Parang i-prepare mo na agad yung sarili mo. Kasi actually, advantage pa nga na naabutan mo yung ganitong time kasi alam mo na yung gagawin. So, ano na natin, kung gusto natin mag-start ng business right now, might as well make it adapted na dun sa current situation natin. For example, meron ka na agad online platform. Meron ka na agad setup for deliveries or anything like that. Tapos meron ka ng other platforms aside from your physical store, ganun. So, i-ready na rin natin kasi hindi naman natin masasabi, none of us knows kung gano'ng katagal pa tayo dito sa situation na ito. At, I mean, this is something that I would love to do in person, pero nandito tayo ngayon, online lang tayo. And hindi natin alam kung hanggang kailan to. So, bakit hindi pa tayo mag-prepare ngayon, di ba? So, mag-adjust na agad tayo para, think ahead na tayo. Huwag na tayo kung kailan, kung ano ulit. Kung mangyari ulit, di ba? So, ano pa yung gagawin natin? At least ngayon, prepare tayo, alam natin yung gagawin. From the start pa lang. Saka, alam na natin na kailangan natin ng contingency plan. Alam na yung gano'n na in the event na may ganitong mga bagay na we don't have control over, alam na natin na kung anong next na gagawin doon sa business. Ganun. Okay na ba? Anyway naman, if you have questions, you can actually send me a message. Okay lang sa akin. Usually sa Instagram lang kasi ako nag-online, so you can send me a message there. Si Arthur, I think he has my handle.
Yeah, you can follow her at, let me just check that. Hindi ko kabisado. Oh, we'll have that posted later on if you have a few more questions. Pero may mga go ahead.
Napakadaming questions talaga
Yes.
na dumarating. Pero unfortunately, we have a
I would really like to answer your questions kasi hindi mag-take ng time ng the next speaker, di ba?
Yes.
So yun, if
Actually,
anything, you can just send me a message directly para.
Okay, so thank you so much, Ms. Jen, for the topic that you have presented today.
You're welcome. It's been a pleasure to share.
With awarding of certificates and tokens for Miss Jennistine.
Yeah, and before we proceed with the next speaker, of course, we would like to present our certificate and the award it will be awarded by our director, the director of the Institute of Open University, Dr. Rosemariebeth Dizon. Hi, ma'am.
Yeah, good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning, Miss Dizon.
Okay, so where's the certificate? Okay, so
for Miss Villaran, no, I want to tell you, Madam, that I did not only enjoyed listening to you, but I really did enjoy looking at you. You're so pretty.
Thank you. Thank you.
Okay, so allow me to read the text of the certificate. Polytechnic University of the Philippines, Open University System, Santa Mesa, Manila. This certificate of recognition is awarded to Miss Jennistine P. Villaran, influencer, owner of Maceta Manila and Plantas de Maceta, for sharing her precious time and valuable insights as resource speaker in the webinar on creating opportunities in times of uncertainty, given this 11th day of May 2021. Professor Jerome P. Dumlao, Program Chair, BS Entrepreneurship, Dr. Rosemariebeth R. Dizon, Director, Institute of Open and Distance Education, and Dr. Carmencita El Castolo, Executive Director. Thank you so much, Ms. Villaran. Thank you for responding positively to our invitation and for taking time out of your busy schedule just to be with us this morning. Again, thank you and God bless.
Thank you.
A big round of applause to Ms. Villaran.
Thank you, Jen. Thank you.
Thank you. It's an honor to share, to be able to share with you today.
Yeah,
Thank
congratulations.
you, Jen.
Thank you for your time. Thank you, Ma'am Dizon.
Yes, thank you.
All right. And so we have our next speaker. So, kamusta kayo, guys? How was it? I would like to hear from our audience. Any feedback? Ay, walang ayaw magsalita.
I think they can just only send the messages.
Masyado ba kayo na mesmerized doon sa ganda ng ating first speaker?
Overwhelmed sa tips ni Miss Jen.
Yes.
Yeah. Ayan, Mary Shell, you were about to say something.
Yes, kuya. Yung isang nag-echo sa akin, yung sinabi niya na hindi kailangan laging gumasto sa lahat ng business, proposal. Kailangan lang matutong mag-utilize sa mga gamit. Sabihin kung ano yung meron, yun yung gawa ng paraan para magamit yun doon sa bagong business na itatayo.
Yeah, that's true. Nag-stick din sa akin yun. And one more thing na nag-stick sa akin doon sa sinabi niya is that we have to find out opportunities doon sa meron ngayon, 'di ba? Like for example, like yun nga yung sinabi niya na trending yung plants, and then she opened up yung Plantas de Meseta, 'di ba? So right now we have so limited resources and we just have to find ways in order for us to open up a new business. Siguro din matetest yung pagiging entrepreneur natin, no? With limited resources that we can put up something out there. Ayun.
So ngayon, Art, parang we will be having our first raffle. Siyempre, dapat meron tayo ngayon. Yes. So, there will be an icebreaker in the middle of the program. So, Miss Heidi. So, this will be a roleta.
Go ahead, Heidi. Fire away. So ano ba tong icebreaker na to? So itong icebreaker na to, we will be parang raffle to, no? Am I right?
Yes, random, yes. Para iikot yung roleta, then the name will appear.
And then
yung winner. And then the prizes will be coordinated with our
okay. So yung makukuha nating name, siya yung next speaker. Sarap. Just kidding. So yung makukuha nating name will be given a token or something?
Yes, I think it's a Gcash something.
Wow, 1 million. Charot.
Yes, 1 million. Parang hindi naman yata cash ang 1 million sa Gcash. So, baka 50,000 lang. Ganyan.
Ayan. Baka mag-expect sila ng 50,000 ah. Ikaw mag ano yan. Alright, so let's see who's the lucky winner. Wala bang pa-sounds dyan? Para ma-excite naman kami.
Our first winner, Angeli N. Sub A.
Ayan. Sa anong section si Angeli? Can we have her,
Kindly comment naman sa chat box, Miss Angeli.
pakita
Thank
natin,
you po. Pam
i-focus
47
natin si
po.
Angeli.
7.
Ayan, focus
47
natin
po.
si Angeli.
Thank
Yes,
you.
thank you, Miss Angeli.
Wow, congratulations.
Next,
Our,
ID. Ranger Kapongkol, kindly send a message in the chat box, please.
ayan, congratulations, Rainier. Paki-focus naman yung faces nila para makita naman natin who's our lucky winners. Kaya ba ni Tech Team?
For
Do we have
That's
another
right.
winner?
our last winner for this icebreaker, Edgardo M. Anlocoton Jr. Congratulations po sa mga winners natin. Since we have all your contact details, our classmates will be contacting you about the prizes. So, laging open lang ang lines. We'll keep on touch on you.
All
Okay,
right.
I think we're done with the icebreaker.
Okay. So nakaka-excite ba yung yung ating raffle? Are you still there? Parang wala na ako nararamdaman. Parang nabubore
You're
yata.
here, Art.
We're here pa.
Ito namin iiwan.
Okay, just send us your thoughts, whatever it is, kung ano man yung nyo. If you have any comments, violent reactions, mga ganyan, kung gusto niyo ipatigil itong webinar, go ahead. Just let us know. Charot. Anyway, we can't wait for our next speaker. Kanina, we have learned so much. It's a very insightful speech from Jennistine. Actually, ako yung natutunan ko kay Jenny, yung mga, yung mga techniques na ginawa niya and very, hindi lang siya concepts yung binigay niya, kundi yung specifics ng mga dapat nating gawin. And I'm sure we will learn a lot more from Justine as well. So we have our next speaker. We have Mr. Justine Fanoga. He's an entrepreneur. He's also a co-owner of Vintage Kitchen and retrokin.ph. This is his page. He's also the creator of The Wise Millennial. He's also a Hall of Famer, sales representative from a BPO company, which is Acquire. He's also an associate unit manager from Pro Life, a freelancer at Upwork, and a volunteer from Red Cross. So very, very busy din si Justine. So let's give a hand for our next speaker, Mr. Justine Fanoga.
Hello.
Hi, Justine. How are you?
I'm good. Morning, kumusta?
Good morning.
Thank you so much for having me today. Medyo kinakabahan ako. This is the very first time na I'm gonna be sharing my life or story. You know, I'm Justine Fanoga. I'm 26 years old. I am an assistant unit manager from True Life UK, and I do a lot of side hustles na rin. If I could share my screen, okay lang po?
Sure, go ahead. The floor is yours. Or the stage is yours, should I say. Since virtual tayo. Go ahead, please.
Okay, okay na ba?
Yes.
Yes, yun. Good morning. Yung my first slide na presentation ko. Kasi, di ba, the pandemic, saying good morning, saying how are you, parang very parang ang sarap sa pakiramdam knowing a lot of our friends are in troubles right now, a lot of our families trying to cope up with this pandemic. So sana okay lahat, and hopefully I could inspire you in some ways and I could share my practices with you guys. So the title of my topic is A Working Millennial. Now, just to share my life with you, lumaki ako sa isang napakaliit na province na Romblon. Nakatira actually kami sa bundok. I mean, walang water, walang electricity, lahat parang very remote yung area namin. And 9 kaming magkakapatid. I am the eldest. So parang yung parents ko, nag-asawa sila at a very young age, 16 and 19. So parang yung responsibility bilang panganay is dala-dala ko na from the very start. I remember nung nag-aaral ako ng high school, every day I woke up 5 a.m. Kasi wala kaming tubig, bumababa kami ng bundok para mag-igib, maligo. So, tapos yung school namin is 3 to 4 hours lakad. Alam mo yung mga nakikita niyo minsan sa documentary. That's why I love watching documentary ni Karen David kasi parang nakaka-relate ako doon. So, ginagawa ko yun siya for almost 6 years. Tapos parang I promised to myself talaga na tatanda ako na hindi ko na to gagawin. Tapos sabi ko na tatanda yung parents ko na hindi na nila gagawin yung mga ginagawa nila. Although napakahirap kasi they can afford to send me to school, so I have to really work hard. Pag-graduate ko ng high school, I went to Manila. Napasama ako sa isang scholarship program ng government. Pero hindi ko siya na-sustain. So from the first year pa lang natanggal ako. Tapos, nang ginawa ko is, simula nung college ako, nagsa-side hustle na ako. Nag-host ako ng event. Although I'm not a professional host, yung mga friends ko lang, nag-tutor. Tapos, nung nakagraduate ako, first job ko is as a call center agent. And lahat ng salary ko, pinapadala ko sa family ko kasi I have 8 siblings na nag-aaral. As in, to be honest with you guys, nag-graduate ako ng college na walang spend na kahit piso yung parents. So actually, hindi nila alam na nag-graduate na ako. Parang nung graduation na, pinapunta ko na lang sila ng Manila. Tapos, sinurprise ko sila na, ayun, aakit na ako ng stage. From that moment, parang na-feel ko na yung pressure na, next. Parang iniisip ko kasi, pag-graduate ko ng college, ayun na, maganda na yung life namin kasi magkakaroon na ako ng maraming opportunities kasi nga, diba, graduate na ako. Pero doon nag-start yung, yung pressure sa akin. Parang yung mga classmate ko ng college, ang dami nilang parang at yung iba nag-abroad na, yung iba may magandang company na. Sabi ko sa sarili ko, I have to get the best job kasi I have to support my 8 siblings. At lahat sila, ako nagpapaaral. Yung pinakabata na kapatid ko is 3 years old, so meron pang baby si mama. So yung mga sumunod sa kanya nag-aaral ng college, high school. So nagtrabaho ako sa call center agent kasi that time, parang na-feel ko na yun yung may pinakamalaking potential of income. So naging sales representative ako, naging customer service assistant ako. At the same time, habang ginagawa ko yung ng full-time job ko as a call center agent, nagsa-side hustle din ako sa Upwork. So I've been doing Upwork since 2015. So parang ang speed ko lang yan, 3 hours, minsan 4 hours, depende sa client. Tapos, yung ginagawa ko, every time na sumasahod ako, 50% nun, nakapadala agad kala mama. Kasi yun nga, yung mga kapatid ko. Tapos yung 30% nun, sinisave ko. Kasi parang iniisip ko, ang goal ko talaga is, napagawa yung bahay namin. Kasi, as in, parang I grow up in yun nga, maliit, sobrang maliit, tas ang dami pa namin. Tapos, alam mo yung I know na meron dito sa inyo na may mga relatives na parang they don't believe in you, na parang whatever you do. Parang, although wala namang, actually yung happenings na yun, that nag-serve actually siya sa akin as inspiration, I mean as motivation na parang mag-work pa kasi parang hindi ko sila hayaang hindi ko hayaan na mapanindigan nila yung mga sinabi nila sa akin. So, nag-work hard ako. Tapos, yun na, nung nakapag-save na ako, aside from Upwork, meron din akong ibang mga side hustles like Katulad nung hosting, ginagawa ko pa rin siya kahit nag-work na ako during the weekends. Tapos naisip ko, may naipon na ako, titingnan ko yun sa savings ko. So parang naisip ko na, anong magagawa ko dito sa naipon ko? Kasi tapos ang inisip ko kasi is mag-start up ng business or magpagawa yung bahay namin. So parang punong-puno talaga ako ng dream actually. Parang minsan pa nga hindi ako makatulog sa gabi kasi inisip ko, paano kaya talaga ako? Paano yumaman? Alam mo yung thinking na gano'n kung paano yumaman. So, nag-upwork ako, nag-call center ako, tapos nag-apply din ako ng financial advisor sa ProLife UK. Tapos nag-side hustle ako. Tapos pinagsabay ko yung apat, tapos hindi pa ako nakontento. Yung naipon kong pera, ginawa ko siyang collaborate kami ng best friend ko, ano kami ng business. So ayan, yung The Vintage Kitchen, nag-open siya during pandemic. Kasi parang inisip namin na nag-order kami ng pagkain sa Grab. Kasi diba, nung lockdown, sabi ko dun sa best friend ko, bakit hindi tayo mag-open? Although open na to, yung The Vintage Kitchen na yan, established na siya a year before, pero nag-stop kasi parang sa finances siguro. So sabi ko dun sa best friend ko, gawin natin ulit. Pero gumawa tayo ng different tactics na parang like sa condo, para sa condo ko, nagpo-post ako sa group, tapos ako din nag-deliver every unit. Yun yung ginawa namin, tapos ganun din yung ginawa niya. Etong makikita niyo sa screen, pinagsabay ko siya during pandemic. So, especially yung ProLife UK din, nag-attend ako ng trainings, tapos nag-start din ako mag-present, nag-upwork ako sa gabi hanggang 3 a.m. Tapos, ang pasok ko naman sa Acquire is 6 a.m. to 3 p.m. Ginawa ko siya lahat kasi iniisip ko na iniisip ko na ayokong maranasan ng mga kapatid ko yung naranasan ko growing up na, ayun nga, nag-iisa. Ako lahat sa school, sa bahay. I even experience having a dinner na ang ulam is kape. Alam niyo yung nag-aaral. Tapos, nung nakapag-ipon na ako, yung The Vintage Kitchen, ang ganda ng feedback niya. You can visit our Facebook page. Ano niyo lang yan. Tapos, itong Retro Queen, ang kasama ko naman dyan is yung sister ko. You can visit our page as well. Pumupunta kami Taytay, or tapos naghanap kami ng patahian. Tapos nakipag-negotiate kami doon sa may-ari ng patahian. Tapos, ayun, so far, okay naman siya. Hanggang ngayon, marami na kami nagiging retailer. Tapos, medyo nag-boom yung business. Pero ginagawa ko pa rin yung Upwork. At yung sister ko, tinuruan ko rin siya mag-Upwork. Yung mga kapatid ko, kasi tatlo sila, andito sa akin, nag-aaral sila ng college. Sabi ko, you have to help me. Kasi tatlo kayo, nag-aaral kayo lahat sa college. So, ang ginagawa nila, kapag wala silang school, nag-Upwork sila. Yung isa, sa Vintage Kitchen, tapos yung isa naman sa Retro Queen. Ako, nakafocus ako sa ProLife UK. Kasi parang I'm very thankful din kasi napunta ako sa ProLife UK, parang kasi it gave me a sense of purpose. Tsaka yung taong naka-surround sa'yo, tinutulungan ka talaga nila when it comes to like paano mag-business. Kasi lahat meron sa ProLife UK. Merong doctors, lawyers, business, flight attendant. Parang I surround myself with good people. So, ginawa ko doon lahat. Tapos, nakapag-ipon kami ng kapatid namin. Nag-rent lang kami. So, magkahiwalay kami actually. Magkahiwalay kami nung kapatid ko before. Pero, during last year, nakapag-purchase kami ng condominium. Although it's not brand new, it's pasalo sa California Garden. Dito na kami ngayon nakatira. And salamat sa Diyos, cash namin siya. Kasi parang ano na lang namin. Tapos, nagkapag-purchase din ako ng condo sa Ayala Land, sa Amaya, pre-selling. Lahat ng na-achieve ko dito is because of side hustles na ginawa ko, yung business namin. Tapos yung mga kapatid ko, nagtutulong-tulong kami. And at the same time, I think one of the biggest achievements na na-receive ko rin during this pandemic is natuto ako mag-trade sa stock market. Although I'm not yet an expert there, I'm still learning. And I'm very thankful ako kasi nagpupunga talaga siya. So my manager sa Cruz UK, nag-trade din siya sa stock market. Tinuruan niya ako. Kung gusto niyo guys, kasi kung kilala niyo si Brother Poe Sanchez, nag-a-attend kami ng the feast every Sunday nung before pandemic. Tapos ngayon, meron siyang the Truly Rich Club na parang tinuturuan niya yung mga tao paano mag-invest. Tapos yun, ginagawa ko rin siya ngayon at habang nag-work pa rin ako as financial advisor. Tapos yung Upwork, parang minsan na lang kung may client, tinatanggap namin. So, alam niyo yun na parang kasi your thoughts is the one who, I mean, yung dream mo ang magpo-fuel talaga sa'yo. Parang, you should have a deepest why are you doing this? Parang, pag iniisip ko nga paano ko kaya nagawa yung mga trabahong yun na parang minsan nagkakasakit na ako, may time na siguro hindi na kinaya ng katawan ko, nag-collapse ako, pero iniisip ko yun na parang pag iniisip ko siya ngayon, parang I'm very thankful, lalo na sa mga kapatid ko rin, sa mga taong nakapaligid sa akin kasi hindi nila ako pinabayaan. Parang na-feel ko talaga na if you are surrounded with good people, you know, like yung mga iwasan mo yung sarili sa mga negative na tao, or sa halip, mag-focus ka sa kung ano yung goal mo, kung ano yung pwede mong gawin, at don't settle dun sa parang, let's say for example, may savings ka, parang do something about it. Kasi ang based on my experience, siguro kung yung naipon naming pera na for the past 4 years nag-work ako, nilagay lang namin dun sa savings at hindi namin naisipan na pwede pala mag-open ng restaurant online during pandemic, pwede pala kami mag-create ng Retro Queen. Hindi siya lalago. So, I know naman na lahat of you guys here are business-minded. So, yun talaga. Kasi we will never be rich if we will be just an employee for the rest of our life. Alam mo yun, you have to know your deepest why you're doing this. You have to know your dreams, tsaka you have to focus on doing something to achieve it. So what we always have this, diba? Every time we stumble, parang we should always back up, yun yung sabi. And there is a reason why no matter what happened, kahit anong troubles, kahit anong obstacles yung dumating sa atin, we have to get back. Kailangan natin na labanan kung, for example, parang crisis sa sarili natin, sa family natin, sa work natin, emotional, or kahit ano man yan. Habang ginagawa ko yung mga bagay na yun, isa talaga, ang nasa isip ko lang talaga is yung family ko. Sila talaga yung reason kung bakit ginawa ko at ginagawa ko lahat ng mga bagay na to. They are my precious ones. So this is si Mama. Sabi mo ba? 9 kaming magkakapatid. Si Mama ngayon is 45. Si Papa is 48. My sisters and my lola, they're my rock is 2. And my kapatid, and my sister. So, dalawang kapatid ko na yung napagtapos ko sa college. Tapos, they're helping me now sa pag-ano ng business. Tapos, nag-upwork din sila. So, parang every time na meron akong, every time na nag-failed ako, tinitingnan ko lang yung mga pictures nila. I mean, lagi kasi ako nanonood ng speech ni Oprah. At isa sa parang hindi ko yun makakalimutan is, ang sinabi niya na troubles don't last always. This too shall pass. So no matter what happened, there's always a light out there. You just have to work it out. And sometimes, failure can lead you to a new direction. And maybe that new direction that is waiting sa'yo is, yun ay pala yung break mo. Kasi, before ako naging ganito, ang dami ko rin failures, ang dami ko rin mga pagkakamaling nagawa, yung parang, dapat pala ginawa ko to, or dapat pala ano. Pero I didn't stop. Kasi, alam ko sa sarili ko na meron akong pwedeng gawin na kailangan ko lang, alam mo yung parang i-ano talaga, i-let it out. So, ayun nga. Tapos, of course, second is bills, diba? Parang, practically speaking, I mean, kailangan, especially ngayon, kailangan natin mag-work hard kasi andun yung mga bills, like pagkain, schools, and stuff like that. And also, ito din yung reason. Ito yung bahay namin dati. So, nasira siya nung bagyong Frank kasi parang target kami dun sa Romblon. Tapos, although unti-unti lang, yung parang itong bahay namin ngayon, ang naka-assign dito is ako at yung pangalawang kapatid. Parang lahat ng extra income namin, dinadala namin dito, paunti-unti, hopefully matapos. Tapos, yung dalawa ko naman kapatid, parang sila yung nakafocus sa sa retrofit, sa vintage kitchen. Parang inisip ko na ayokong tumanda yung parents ko. Sinabi ko sa sarili ko na, sabi ko kay mama, hayaan mo, hindi ako papayag na tumanda kayo ni Papa na ganyan pa rin yung bahay niyo. Parang I'll do everything I can para mapagawa ko kayo ng bagong bahay. Thank God kasi kay True Life UK, parang ngayon, hopefully by 2021, magiging unit manager na ako. At pag nangyari yun, parang pwede ko nang i-let go yung iba kong like yung work, yung ano. Ayun. So, tapos, sabi ko rin sa sarili ko, kapag okay na ako, kapag naging unit manager na ako, wala ako sa sarili ko. Mag-i-expand namin yung business namin. So, always think na no matter what happened, we can do everything as long as alam natin yung deepest why kung bakit natin ginagawa. Hindi dahil sa gusto natin bumili ng bagong gadgets or gusto natin magkaroon ng bagong sasakyan or what. May reason dyan eh. Hindi mo man sinasabi all the time. Pero andito siya. Parang bakit ko ito ginagawa? Anong reason kung bakit ako bumabangon araw-araw? Ayan, sabi ko nga, kung may mga problems, always think. Ginagawa ko to every time na parang naging routine ko siya. Parang every time na may friend ako, tapos may problema, lagi kong sinisend ng message na to na parang, alam mo, yes, I've been there. Ang dami kong troubles na napagdaanan. Pero don't always remember, this too shall pass. So, alam mo yun na kung sino man sa inyo ngayon dito sa sa Zoom, yung may mga pinagdadaanan, may mga struggles, family man yan, or sa work, or pressure, sa buhay. Just remember this phrase of mine that I got from Oprah. Parang yan talaga yung tumatak sa akin simula nung first time ko siya napanood, 2010. So, yun talaga. Parang tapos, ando na yung parang positive energy na yung lumalabas. Okay, nagkakaroon ka na ng options. Ito pa lang pwede kong gawin. Basta, wag mong i-drown yung sarili mo alam mo yun, sa problema mo. Just share. And always think that, yes, you can. Your life today is not a guarantee na yun pa rin yung buhay mo in the future. You can really do something about it. Ako let me just share this to you. Nung bata ako, yung family namin sa province, hindi kami pinapansin yung mga relatives namin. Pero ngayon, lahat ng kabataan especially sa barangay namin, natutuwa ako kasi si mama, parang nagtumatawag sa akin na madami daw mga youths na pupunta sa bahay namin, tapos kinumusta daw ako, tapos yung mga parents na sabi daw ng mga parents nila kapag tinuturuan yung mga anak nila na gayahin niyo si Kuya Justine, tingnan niyo ngayon sila, dapat ganun kayo. So parang ang saya lang, sarap lang sa feeling na parang nagiging example ako sa kanila in a good way na mag-dream sila. Kasi pag na-imagine mo lang, yung lugar namin, parang yung mga sa Zambales, sa bukid kami talaga nakatirawan. Pero ngayon, meron na kaming ilaw, pero medyo mahal lang yung pagpapakapit. So, yun talaga. Na natutuwa ako na yung mga bata sa amin, ngayon nagsisipag sila mag-aral. And at the same time, kapag may time ako or kapag may kailangan sila, kasi maliit na naman yung barangay namin, so they can message me if kailangan sila sa school, yung mga konting bagay, tumutulong ako just to fuel them na, okay, siguro just gagawin ko ito. Kasi gusto ko pag naging successful ako, I will give back to my community then. Tapos yung mga relatives namin na they don't, parang hindi sila naniniwala sa akin before. Ngayon, parang sabi nila sa akin, pinatunayan mo na iba ka. I mean, parang nag-apologize sila na sorry kung minaliit namin kayo dati. Pero ngayon, natutuwa sila sa achievements ng naming magkakapatid. So, that's it. Hindi siya more on business. Alam mo yun, I really want to share my story, my life. And this is, please bear with me kasi this is the very first time na ginawa ko to. Yung kanina presentation, I learned a lot kasi more on practices sa business. Dito ang gusto ko naman i-impart sa inyo is parang how to be successful in life in all aspect na parang kung paano magsimula sa buhay na hindi hadlang kung ano ka from nung bata ka o nung family background mo, kung nagpupursige ka at kung if you have a dream, if you have a fuel, and if you have this deepest why inside your heart, you can do anything. That's one thing for sure. And that's my presentation or my sharing. It's actually a sharing. I hope I was able to inspire you in a little ways. Thank you so much.
Wow, Sir Justin, thank you for that inspiring message. If you've noticed, there are differences in the approaches of our guest speakers. Kung kanina business strategies yung nakita natin, and now the reasons why we're doing the things that we're doing, right? So let's open the floor for the questions. I'm pretty sure you have a lot of questions to Justin kasi masyado nga tayong na-inspire today with this story. Very, very
Yes, and
inspiring.
I'm sure nakaka-relate yung karamihan sa atin kasi we are all working students and we try to juggle things uh, at the same time. So alam ko mas maraming tao ang nakaka-relate sa recently ni Mr. Justine.
All right. So any question right now? Ako let me start it. Ito muna. We have a question from Katrina. Hi, Katrina. The question is, the message is awesomely inspiring. You mentioned you experienced a lot of failures back then. So can you share with us more practical ways? So specifics on how to bounce back from a setback. So ayon. So may it be a setback from doing business or personal struggles or what you what have you. So that's Katrina's question.
Okay, so I tried multiple ventures of business like yung damit. I also tried different parang yung damit, tapos another one is yung 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 candles, yung pero hindi lang ako meron akong ka-partner palagi. One of my failures is hindi nagwo-work. Alam mo yun, parang sorry to say, there's always a betrayal. Parang dun, especially, siguro kasi medyo bata pa ako, bata din yung ka-partner ko sa business. May times na okay na yung business, parang nag-grow na siya, tapos biglang nawala, parang may minsan parang na wala sa linya. May time din na me and my college friend, nag-try kami mag-open up ng laundry shop sa isang condo. Okay na lahat, bayad na yung anim kami, bayad na yung mga lugar, may mga equipment na tapos sa kanila nag-back out, tapos kinuha yung pera. So medyo kami sa utang. So yung ginagawa ko lang palagi, isa sa mga ginagawa ko talaga is kapag nakikita ko na kailangan kong may kailangan akong punan, naghahanap ako ng iba pang income. Yung parang move on. I mean, hindi ako nagdudwell ng napakatagal. Siguro parang inaano ko lang, ito na yung nangyari, ano yung pwede kong gawin, ano yung pwede pang mapagkakakita ang income, look for parang yung ganun. Tapos, mag-move on ulit. Tapos mag-iisip ulit ako ng panibagong idea na ano kayong pwedeng next na business. So, hindi ako nag-dwell masyado para maka-cope up, maka-bounce back. Naghahanap ako ng alternative na income. Like yung Upwork, tapos yung ProLife UK, na recently, ang laki na naitulong niya sa akin. The reason kung bakit ako nag-join ng ProLife UK is because yung laundry shop namin is supposed na mag-open na, tapos nag-back up, nagkagulo-gulo, so kailangan namin bayaran yung utang namin sa bangko. So sabi ko, sige, try ko nga mag-ProLife UK kasi sabi may extra income net. Nag-turn out na yun pala yung parang biggest opportunity na dumating sa buhay ko, yung ProLife UK.
Yeah, that's a very sound advice. So ayan nga, look for alternatives. If something is not working, then find some solutions. No, Sir Justin, that's what should we do. Ayan. So any other questions? I have a question personally kasi wala pa namang question that I can see here. My question is, cause I'm pretty curious on how you were able to manage everything. Cause you're doing a lot of things. Cause I myself am doing such things and I get exhausted. How were you able to manage it?
Okay. So like what I've mentioned earlier, I have 9 siblings. So ako yung panganay. So ina-assign ko sila actually. She's a full-time mom right now kasi kapanganak nilang 2 years ago, so hindi pa siya nagbalik sa trabaho. Ang ginagawa ko, like for example, yung Upwork, Kasi minsan, yung Upwork naman is admin jobs. Tinuturuan ko yung kapatid ko, ito gawin mo. Tinatrain ko muna siya, tapos pinapabayaan siya. Pag may question ka, balik ka sa akin. Yung isa ko naman kapatid, ikaw dito sa Retro Queen. Pero, basta, whatever decisions na, for example, yung mga clients na kailangan yung input ko, basta ako yung parang final decision maker. Sila yung parang designate ko sila. Tapos yung kasi ngayon, nakafocus ako sa ProLife UK. Yan talaga yung parang ini-aim ko na maging unit manager by 2021. Tapos yung iba, yun nga, ina-assign ko sa mga kapatid ko. And so far, parang nagiging experience na rin nila, kahit wala pa sila sa corporate, parang inaano ko na sila eh. Kasi ang sinasabi ko talaga palagi sa kanila is, ngayon kasi kahit graduate ka, kung hindi ka competitive, mahirapan ka kumuha ng trabaho. So, kaya habang andito pa rin sila sa akin, tinitrain ko na sila at napapakinabangan ko sila. Kaya yung income namin, maraming pumapasok ng income sa amin. Kasi kaming lahat dito nag-work na, so ako lang yung parang ako yung naghahanap ng oportunidad, sinishare ko sa mga kapatid ko, tas we work together as family. So pinapakinabangan ko yung pagiging panganay ng 9 na magkakapatid. 5 na kapatid ko andito sa akin, 3 nag-aaral ng college, 2 senior high school. Ayun.
I see. That's a nice advice. Gino, how about you? Do you have a question to Justine?
Yes, actually, it's really nice to know na yung ginagawa ni Justine right now or nangyari sa kanya previously is same ng na-experience natin ngayon na pinagsasabay-sabay din natin. Yung mga bagay na pinagkakakitaan natin, yung pag-aaral natin. So, siguro ang tanging question ko is, ano yung at the moment, ano yung realization mo sa mga ways mo on how you become rich? I mean, yung paraan mo para kumita ng pera, ano yung realization with that?
Well, kasi iniisip nung first job ko kasi yung isa lang yung source of income ko. Yun nga, sabi ko kasi yung mga kapatid ko, umaasa lahat sa akin, yung sila mama at papa, umaasa lahat sila sa akin. So, inisip ko na, hindi ito kakasya. Yun talaga yung hindi naman kasya yung sahod ko. Yung ganon. Kasi every 15 days, nagpapadala, tapos umuupa pa kami ng bahay. Tapos yung isang kapatid ko, nag-aaral na noon, way back 2014. Kahit 2012 actually, nag-aaral siya ng college. So sabi ko sa sarili ko, kung isa lang yung gagawin kong trabaho, especially, this is true. In nowadays, parang ang hirap na magkaroon ka lang ng isang source of income. That's very true. So ang ginawa ko talaga, yung self-realization ko na hindi po pwede na mayroong isang source of income lang ako. Kasi madaming umaasa sa akin. Yung mga kapatid ko, yung family ko, tapos nag-aaral ko sa college. So yun talaga yung na-realize ko rin na kahit minsan hindi mo pa alam yung mga bagay. Kasi minsan, the reason kung bakit hindi mo ginagawa kasi takot ka na ayoko mag-fail, baka hindi ako magaling, baka hindi siya sa akin. Na-realize ko na lahat ng bagay na natututunan. Yung pagiging sales representative ko. You know what, just to share with you, yung pag-apply ko ng sales representative sa Acquire, that's my first time job na related sa sales. Muntik pa nga akong hindi natanggap kasi parang wala ka naman daw sales experience. Nagda-doubt ako. Pero, imagine mo, simula 2016 hanggang 2019, naging Hall of Famer ako ng buong focus, knowing na wala akong sales background. So parang doon ko na-realize na everything can be learned as long as you want it. I mean, you love what you're doing. Kasi doon talaga yun eh. Sa'yo talaga magmumula yung passion. Kung ginagawa mo yun is because dahil gusto mo lang or parang, sige, trip-trip lang, I don't think you're gonna be successful. It's really a passion. Dapat passionate ka sa ginagawa.
Yes, I agree with you. Thank you, Justine. Bart?
You're
All
welcome.
right, thank you. I have another very good question here. So, masyado naman ako nakatutok sa camera. Sorry naman. Sorry. Yeah. So here's a question from Arvin. Considering different people's capacity, would you recommend for others to do multiple tasks? So sometimes kasi we think na 'di ba sabi nila if you don't kung hindi ka nagtitrain dun sa isang bagay, you're not really good kasi parang you're not an expert to something, 'di ba? Or will you just try to succeed or consider succeeding in their current tasks or what are your thoughts on that?
Okay, well, for me, kasi we have a definition, all of us, a different definition of a true success. I mean, maybe this success is for myself, iba yung success sa'yo, iba yung success sa ibang tao. Well, the reason why I am doing all of these because meron akong dahilan kung bakit yung ginagawa, yung family ko. Kung ikaw naman, feeling mo na walang umaasa sa'yo, parang okay naman yung family mo, you just have to do something for yourself, like i-establish mo yung sarili mo. It's really up to you what makes you productive. Kasi parang nasanay ako from simula nung bata ako, nasanay ako sa multitasking. So parang ang titingnan mo dyan is saan ka ba magiging productive. Kung magiging productive ka, kahit isang job lang yan, at i-improve mo yung sarili mo. And at the same time, while doing that job, I would really recommend na create your own business. I mean, yun talaga eh. Kasi nung nag-work ako, kahit ang dami kong source of income, Upwork man yan, pero wala akong business. Ano lang eh, parang alam ko yung papasok sa akin na pera every month. Parang ganon. Hindi ako nag-expect na, okay, may ano pala. Nung nag-business ako, mas lumaki siya kasi may iba pang, yun nga, pag lumalaki yung business mo, lumalaki din yung kita mo. So, depende talaga sa'yo. I guess is what makes you productive and what makes you happy. Kasi hindi ka naman pwedeng multitask na, I mean, na ibuhos mo yung lahat ng energy mo sa iba-ibang bagay kung hindi ka naman happy, kung hindi ka naman, productive. So, yun.
All right, thank you for that advice. Siguro
Regina, excuse me, you're mute.
Hi, Art. I think you're on mute. Come again.
am I on mute? Yeah, can you
Yeah.
hear me? Yeah,
Go
sorry.
ahead.
Yeah, thank you for that advice, Justine. So I think na natanong to ni Arvin, it's because some people don't have the capacity or the time to do lots of things at the same time. Syempre, some people have their own families and some people needs to prioritize something. Siguro his question is, would you consider doing different jobs or would you rather prefer be at best with one job and just try to develop everything that you can or try to be better at it? So what do you think is best?
What works for you? Kasi sa akin, ano naman eh, wala naman akong masyadong obligation na parang time sa family ko kasi yung family ko na province. So, what really works for you? Kasi, like for example, mayroon dito may family, may anak, may asawa na kailangan din ng time for them. I would recommend na kung sa tingin mo is, kasi you have to prioritize both eh. Kung ano yung makakabuti. I mean, for example, ikaw may asawa at anak ka, kulang yung time mo sa gawin yung lahat ng mga bagay na sa tingin mo magiging successful ka. I would suggest na kailangan mong pumili ng kung saan ka talaga best. Kung hindi mo kayang gawin yung mga ginagawa ko, kasi yun nga, wala naman ako masyadong parang wala namang nag-aas ng maraming demandang time sa akin kasi nga nag-iisa lang ako dito before, tapos dumating yung kapatid ko. Pero kung may pamilya ka na kailangan mo rin bumigay sila ng time, it's just a matter of balancing, your priorities talaga, your time. For me, that's yun talaga.
Ayun, thank you. Yeah, very useful yan. Know your priorities, no?
Yes.
Yan.
Thank you,
So,
Justine.
any other questions from our attendees? Masyado yata silang na-mesmerize dun sa speakers.
Yeah, there's one question.
Ayan, si Arvin ulit. Suki natin si Arvin. Naku, mukhang may pa-premyo. Mukhang may pa-premyo for Arvin later. So, very simple question po for Sir Justine is, what do you give yourself, sir, as a gift for yourself? For what you consider? Oh, sorry, I'm confused. What you can give yourself?
I mean,
Alright.
reward niya sa sarili niya for
Alright.
being a successful man.
Okay.
After what he did in start. I mean, hard work.
Yeah, go ahead, please. Yes. So I think that's it.
I'm sorry,
So what do you think is your reward to yourself for being successful? I guess that's the right framing of the question.
Okay, ang goal ko kasi talaga is mag-retire ng maaga. I mean, kasi I've been working since when I was 16. So parang ang goal ko sa buhay, parang ang reward ko sa sarili ko by the age of 45, parang retire na ako. Hindi yung retire na naka-ano ka na lang, wala ka nang ginagawa. Parang wala ka nang worries kasi kahit anong gawin mo, parang okay na yung mga business mo, okay na yung family mo, and it's all about me naman. Kasi parang I've been working para maitaguyod ko yung pamilya ko. So parang iniisip ko talaga, ang ginugol ko by the age, pag nag-45 ako, ako naman, parang yung sarili ko naman, mag-early retirement talaga ako. Yun talaga. Tsaka isa din kasi yung success ng mama at papa ko is my success also. For me, reward ko siguro sarili ko is makita yung mama at papa ko na nakatira sa tapos na bahay na pinapagawa namin. For me, yun yung parang reward ko sarili ko na, okay, eto na to. Kasi, to be honest, wala naman ako hindi kasi ako masyadong, actually pagkain, yung mga ganun. Pero kung yung deep meaning ng success, yun nga, yung makita yung mga magulang ko na nakatayo sa pinapatay namin bahay at mag-early retire ako by the age of 45. Yun talaga.
Ayan. So sabi nga ni Sir Justine, nakamute pa ba ako? No naman. So sabi nga ni Sir Justine, let's aim for an early retirement. No, so yun yung goal. That's why you're working very, very hard. So any more questions? May questions in our
last question.
Okay. All right.
Pero merong last question dito. How about when we consider this the last question? Anyway, let's now proceed with the awarding of certificate. Once again, we invite Dr. Rosemariebeth Dizon for certificate recognition.
Yes, good morning. Good morning pa rin ba? Once again. So it is
Yes,
really a
ma'am.
very good opportunity listening to you, Sir Justin, no, for a very inspiring story. You are indeed a very good example to everyone here. Ang ganda ng bahay na pinapagawa mo sa parents mo, sana all. So for that, allow me to present to you the certificate as our appreciation for the privilege of having you this morning. So again, allow me to read the text. Polytechnic University of the Philippines, Open University System, Santa Mesa, Manila. This certificate of recognition is awarded to Mr. Justin A. Fanoga, co-owner of Vintage Kitchen and what's this? RetroCan.ph and creator of the Is It Ways Millennial for sharing his precious time and valuable insights as resource speaker in the webinar on creating opportunities in times of uncertainty, given this 11th day of May 2021. So it should be signed, no? Sabihin ko signed, kaya lang but walang signature. Professor Jerome P. Dumlao, Program Chair, BS Entrepreneurship. Yours truly, Dr. Rosemariebeth Dizon, Director of the Institute of Open and Distance Education, and Dr. Carmencita L. Castolo, the OUS Executive Director. Once again, thank you so much, Mr. Justin A. Fanoga.
Thank you so much po.
Thank you.
Thank you, Ma'am
Big
Dizon.
round of
Thank you.
applause for Mr.
Justin.
Justin. Sana all talaga, Mr. Justin, no? Lahat ng anak, parang ikaw, grabe, napakabuti mong anak at napakabuti mong kapatid. Pagpalain ka pa ni Lord.
Thank you. Tsaka, do not forget, yun nga, troubles don't last always. This too shall pass. Even this pandemic, always remember at the end, God's win.
Amen.
Yun lang talaga.
What is lasting is God's love.
That's true.
His love endures forever.
That's true.
Amen.
Thank you so much for having me, and I hope na-inspire ko you in my little ways.
Thank you again.
Thank you, Miss Ma'am Dizon.
Thank you.
And thank you.
Maglilive na ako.
Photo op. Naku, wala tayong photo op kanina with our first speaker. Nandito pa ba si ma'am?
Miss Jennistine, are you still here for a photo opportunity?
I can see her pa, kaso naka-camera off.
Let me message her.
There.
Anyway, by the way, while we are waiting for Miss Jennistine,
Ayan. So while we're waiting for her, any reactions or any feedback from our attendees? May mga Ayan, she's here na. Ayan, the very gorgeous Miss Jennistine and Sir Justine. All right, let's have a photo op. Ma'am, if you will give us the opportunity to have a photo with you, Miss Dizon.
Yeah.
All right. I think naka-ready ng lahat. For others, you can also turn on your camera so that we have a remembrance. Ayan, para may
Hello, Sir Rico and Sir Manuel Medina. Good morning.
Hi, Sir Rico pala is here. Hi, sir.
hello, sir.
Guys, sino na po magka-count?
Ayan, go ahead.
Lahat ng attendees, kailangan kasi ang attendance nyo dito.
I tech team kindly put in Valle review.
Ayan, go. 1, 2, 3. Ayan, carry bells na ba? Are we done? Sa tech team?
Wait lang po, nasa panel 3 pa lang po ako. So,
Okay. Oh, wait lang daw. Chill lang, guys.
Apat pala, no? 90.
Opo, medyo marami pong attendees. Thank you so much po. Last panel na po po.
Very good, very good.
Okay na po.
Ayan. Alright, so go, Gino.
So yeah, we will be having our. I think this is the last ruleta. By the way, yung first three winners, we kindly coordinate doon sa ating community group chat, Facebook group chat for the prizes. For the three winners earlier, you will be receiving 100 pesos through GCash. So kindly message na lang dun sa group, Facebook group chat natin. And for this one, we'll be having our last ruleta. Go, Heidi. So this last ruleta, we will be giving away 200 pesos GCash prize. Okay. Miss Arlene B. of Vienna, are you here? Can you open your mic? So what we're gonna do is we will be asking you takeaway.
Oh, thank you.
Takeaway. Hi.
Thank you po.
Hello.
Good afternoon po. Thank you.
Yes. Itatanong lang namin kung ano yung takeaways mo for our webinars for today.
Okay po. So, sobrang thankful po kasi naka-attend ako ng webinar. So, yun nga po, dapat hindi po magkaroon ng fear kapag gusto mo magkaroon ng business.
Hello, come again. Sorry. Okay, so that's our last icebreaker. Let's proceed with the next slide, please. So at this time, I would like to invite, of course, Mr. Arthur Tolentino for our closing remarks. Go, Art.
Can you hear me? Sorry, I was on mute earlier. Ayun nga, so I don't want to take too much of your time. So I'm pretty sure you have learned so much. It was a very insightful event. We've learned how we can survive this pandemic as a business or as businessmen, future businessmen, for example. We have learned how to develop our mental strength gaya nga ng sinabi ni Justine kanina, ni Sir Justine. If I would like to say what my takeaways are, if you have noticed, dun sa two speakers natin, they have two different approaches. The first speaker, Miss Jennistine, is about business strategies, right? How we can adapt to the new normal, how we can do something on how to maximize our profit as a business. And on the other hand, si Sir Justin naman taught us on how should we be resilient personally. Kasi this is a different kind of time and this is a crisis. So it's not easy to pursue a business or to do something. Dati nga, we all know how difficult a business is, right? How to survive a business, how to earn profit and such. And how much more right now than that we have so much challenges, so many challenges. I think the best things that I've learned from those speeches is that we have to adapt and try something else. And like for example, in a business na, for example, 10 yung tao natin in a business, we have to find ways on how to lessen the cost. 'Di ba? Sabi nga ni Jennistine kanina, yung overheads. So let's say 10 yung tao mo, might as well, for example, Monday, these are the number of people na papasok lang. Or kaya, Tuesday, ganito. So, let's find resources or ways on how we can lessen the cost para mag-survive in this time of crisis. And also, to maximize on the digital age, di ba? Ngayon, we have seen the opportunities that we have na ini-ignore natin before. Kasi before, we don't focus on, we don't maximize on the use of social media. And right now, we can't see any means on how we can survive as a business, but to maximize how we can do or how we can be the best business that we can in this time of age. Parang ang ano parang ang this time around, parang in advance niya, yung ni-revolutionize niya on how we do business. Parang naging advanced talaga siya. Na parang fast forward niya yung time natin ngayon. Kasi right now, kahit small business ka, before pag small business, 'di ba, word of mouth lang, paano ba tayo nagmo-marketing, 'di ba? Word of mouth or kaya flyers and all that. But now, hindi ka magso-survive as a business without social media and such. And I think what I've learned from Sir Justin naman is that we have to be strong. And kasi there will be a lot of questions. So if you start up a business and if you are trying to survive a business, there will be lots of questions that will run into your head. Kailan ba ako magka-cut ng losses? Like yung sinabi ni Miss Jennistine. Until what time? But then again, we have to look at the reason why we're doing such things. Like what Justine said. We have to know the reason why we have put that business in the first place. Kung if we're doing it for a service for other people, then we can make our business more resilient. So yeah, so that's how I want to end this session. So I hope that you have learned a lot of things, and I do hope also that you follow our speakers kasi they have spent time and effort na i-share yung knowledge nila and experience nila with us. You can follow Miss Jennistine Villaran on her Instagram account at Jennistine. I think that will be posted earlier. You can ask her questions. And also her businesses, she has MNL on her Instagram and so as Plantas de Maceta. So ayun. And si Sir Justin, Lay, what are his social media accounts ni Sir Justin? Maybe
Sure,
they
we will
want to
be
know more about his
sharing,
business.
yes, we will be sharing the details on our FB group chat. So kindly take note of it.
Ayan. So, ayun. And I would like to take this opportunity to thank our beloved professors. Of course, Professor Beth Dizon, thank you for this opportunity to learn kasi we will not get it from somewhere else. And this is
Yeah.
thank you for this, ma'am. We really appreciate it. And also to 4-5 to the people who are behind this webinar. Thank you from the bottom of our hearts. We know how you've spent so much time in coordinating and doing something for this webinar. We appreciate all your hard work and effort, especially those who have spearheaded it. President Raquel Alidon and so as Christia Luna and Leonida tag at you guys and so as Sir Cesar, you guys are there to spearhead the event, and we couldn't appreciate it more. So, and we hope this is a three-part seminar. This is just a start of what's of very good things that are in store for us and na matututunan natin, and we are looking forward to what's next. So
I think, Art, let's hear something from Miss Dizon.
yes,
Ma'am, would you like to
ma'am. Go
share
ahead,
some message?
please.
Yeah?
Okay, ma'am, go ahead.
May sasabihin. Hindi ko
Yes
kasi
po.
narinig.
Message for us
Medyo
po.
nag-choppy kanina. Ayun, I would like to congratulate the whole class, na the BS Entrep for 5, of course, with your president, Miss Raquel, and all the officers and members of your class. Congratulations, you nailed it. A big, big round of applause for everyone. And also thank you to BS Entrep 46 and BS Entrep 47 for your support and participation in this morning's webinar. So our next webinar will be, kailan na nga yung susunod nating webinar? What section will be the next to organize?
Any comment, guys? Who will be the next webinar organizer?
Section 4-6, we have to confirm creating.
Ay, sorry ma'am. Wala pala akong ano.
Yeah.
May 29 po, 4-6. Alam ko po.
May 29. And then the third one will be?
4-6 po, ma'am. Section 4-6.
So may 29.
Yes po. Ay, sabi
And
po
then
ni,
the-
nung president nila.
So that's the second webinar. And then the third webinar will be by June na yun.
Hindi ko po pa-sure kay Ma'am Luis.
Okay. So we are again hoping for your participation in our next two webinars. So it's really worth, di ba? Worth attending.
Ma'am, May 28 daw po yung section 7.
Okay, again, congratulations.
Thank you, Ma'am Dizon.
Thanks everyone.
Thank you, Ma'am Dizon. Let's move to
Thank you, ma'am.
last slide. Hi,
Hey.
ladies and gentlemen. That's our warning on behalf of the Media Faculty Institute, fourth year, section 5 of PUP Open University. Thank you all for making time in your busy schedule to join us here this morning. It's been our pleasure to host this event with you to all attendees. Let art.
All
Thank
right.
you.
So there you go. Thank you so much, everyone, for listening and attending this event. It was nice doing this with you. So we look forward again. We look forward to your webinars. So thank you so much again from the bottom of our hearts from Wave or from BS Entrepreneurship 4-5. Thank you so much and God bless you all. Stay safe always.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye, everyone. Thank
Bye.
you.
And if you have questions, just feel free to message us and feel free to message our guest speakers. Thank you. Bye. God bless everyone.
Bye.
God bless. Thank you, everyone. Thank you for
Congrats
time.
again. Congratulations. God bless. Keep safe,
Thank you again to you,
everyone.
Manila.
Thank you.
For 6 and for 7.
Duh.
I want you to be happier because I'm happy.